In progress.
Okay. Let's go, everybody. So here goes some trades. I'm on the Nas 100 right now. And so if I would have took this trade right here, and I'm looking to take the trade always around this number right here, this is giving. So if I took the trade at the bottom, it obviously won. If I took this trade right here at the bottom, it won big time. It either went back up in this same part, which we see happen because it hit right here, and it wicked back up at least to right here. Or you could have got out up here, but you see it didn't really go down further than that. Or if I got in right here, I would have won big. So um, this is the one that was just on. Let's go to Euro USD. What I want to do is try to catch a trade. There goes another trade that would have won. Wow. Trying to look at a trade that's happening right here as we speak. And this is on the 15 minutes. But since we want to trade right now, I can go to the 5-minute candles also. And the market's going to open, so it's going to start going up and down pretty quick here. So Nas just gave out a call. Let's see where Nas, what trade do we get from Nas? So Nas just gave a 4-hour call right now to go up. And it's moving up really fast here. And you see how the spread started off? I was like already losing like $700 on this trade. And now it's kind of going that same way. But do you see how fast the trade can move and the profit and loss? I want you guys to be able to see that firsthand on a bigger account. And so we're looking at 5%. So 5% stop loss. And 5% take profit. And so let's go look at the trade. Trade kind of wick back down a little bit. Let's look on the 5 minutes. And here it is going back up. Sometimes you get look at lower candles, 2 minutes, 1 minute. If you're in it, you can switch between. And we're at 623. Right here, there was some big drop at 515. There's no news that comes out at 515, so wonder what that is from. And when we're in a trade, we're really just in that trade. I'm not gonna take a trade on this account, the 5% account. I'm really kind of like monitoring that. I might take 2 trades if it's the same trade and one starts going really good, then I might jump back in. to try to get more, but oh, here it is right here. Non-form employment. Oh my goodness.
Hey, Beach, I got a question for you.
Yes.
So on your chart, I saw that that the bot is has a buy on the 4 hours, and on mine it doesn't show that on the 4 hours on Nas. Like I don't have
On
that where it says buy EMA bounce.
on the trading view?
Mm-hmm. I've
Uh,
the newest one I have is from is that the
See how it just came off right there? You see it?
oh yeah, okay, so it turns on and off based on okay, I
Yeah,
gotcha.
if it's in the sweet spot. See?
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And then it will
Yeah,
lock in. It will lock in at the end of the candle because the candle's about
gotcha.
to go out in about 35 minutes for the 4 hour. So if it's
Okay.
in that spot still where you need to take the trade, it will stay locked in like one of these.
Okay. And then it looks like yeah, the Think Markets charts are a little bit slower than the one that you're on.
Yeah, I always pick the one that's basically the number
The
one.
top one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then one more question, real quick. Sorry. The $500 account, that's
Mhm.
cash, right? Because you can't use that much leverage in the prop
No,
firm,
you
right?
can't use it. So you can use 5% leverage on a $500 account. You could use the 5%. So it would just be different. This is the way bigger account. But like on the $500 account, you're just doing the 5%. So it would
Okay.
be, yeah, it would be, how much 5% is, that would be what, $25 or something?
Yeah, because I was trying to do well, because I've got a prop firm account and I was trying to do 5%, but it won't let me do anywhere close to that in one of my accounts.
Ha-
So, but
That's
I
weird.
we can do a one-on-one
Oh
like
no,
later this
no,
week.
no. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, the prop firm account. Yeah, you can't do that on prop firm account because if you lose 3% a day, it's over.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. So the $500 is just you put that money in and okay, I got you. Yep, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
With the prop firm, if you wanted to do the prop firm like that, you would have to lower it to like basically like a 2% if you want to do it off the prop firm. But if you're doing it off of liquid brokers, then you can just use a demo account or use a real account, and then you would just make it so that it would come out 5% like that, and it would be $25. But you don't have to put the lots super high. It would just be a trade over time.
Yeah, okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So that was like we jumped in and got into a 4 hour trade. And so this is something that's gonna take, 1 to 3 candles. We didn't jump into like a 15 or 5 minute trade. So it could be all over the place. But what I wanted to do is, if we win this first trade, then we could jump on in and do another trade. And then if we win 2 in a row, we would be done. If we lose the first trade on this one, then we would jump into another trade and we'll switch it to 3% because the most we can lose in a day is 8%. So what we're trying to do right now is just show the percentages. So this is either you're gonna win 5% or you're gonna lose 5% in this right here. So we got to kind of like wait it out. The market's gonna open. It actually looks like it's gonna go up.
Where's your
Nas.
stop loss at on the 4 hour trade?
No, well, this is basically just 5%.
Oh, so
My,
your stop loss is just down 5%.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But we're losing 5% is over with. And it's according to how fast that's gonna move is how many lots I'm trading at a time. So something like this, I'm at let's see. So let's say we're on account. Man, I'll have to do some major calculations. Let's see here. Because I could figure out like how much that would be for like one lot. Because this is our $500, right? $500. 400 times that. So 400. It looks like something like this I'd be trading like 0.13 if I was on um an account for like $500. That's what it looks like. Let's see. I know it would be 0.07. So I would be trading 0.07 right now if I was on a $500 account. That would be the lot size, according to where I'm at on this account. All right, the market's about to open. Let's see what happens here. So now we jumped in and we were under $700. And this is where we're at right now. Let's see, it might start going really fast. 30 minutes. Okay, the market just opened. Let's see which way is it going. Okay. It's moving and grooving here. And looks like it's stalling out around 4,000. Let me go back to the market and see. Why is it stalling out? Here we go. All right, and I'm done. I didn't wait for it to keep on just going up, up, up and away. I see it keeps on jumping back down. So I got out right there with almost a total. And now I can kind of go back in and I'm looking to see if I want to jump in this trade one more time. But now I can look around. I don't have to be stuck on this trade, right? And I don't even think that's the best trade out there. I just got in because the bot ricocheted that out to us. Let me see if there's anything else that I like. Ooh, look at Apple. Wow. Goodness gracious. Market is kind of US 30, huh? Man, it's just that farm thing. You see why I got out now? Way up there. That's the thing different between, you know, kind of like me and you guys. You guys would have just stayed in and let it go to the 10,000. I seen 7,500 and I see that it's like kind of up and down movement all day. This thing threw off the market right here. This right here, when we seen this, because we always supposed to look at the news, but at 5:15 to be this wrong right here, to forecast 111,000 and to be at 37 negative thousand is crazy. Like that's such a big spread that, and then we seen it in the trades, like this right here going down so fast, and it kind of like built its way back up. But this might end up going back down for the day. So that's why I kind of like want to get out real quick. I was like, well, I don't even trust this trade. But it is still going up. Look at US 30. If we would have stayed in US 30, we would have made more money on this one. But Nas was just looking. It just doesn't look like it wants to go up to me. It looks like it's been pushed down so far right here. Okay. And it started making its way back up. And how much time did it take to try to make up? It's been like going up for an hour, but then you see where I got out. it's like there's a resistance right around here. This is where it stopped at last time and then went down really fast. So I can see this thing reversing right here around where I got out of the trade. Or, it still could be going up. You see the US 30 busted through that resistance right here. So US 30 is moving different than that one, than Nas. And here we go at SPX, just hit this big resistance right here. So this might start coming down too. There's a major resistance right here. And then the news made it collapse. So the news will probably happen again. And so I wouldn't be in this trade just to thinking it's going up, up, up and away. And my eye caught this without me putting a line right here. I could just see that it got to right here. And probably if we look back over here, you see it again right here in this area, kind of right here. Like this is the sweet spot for it to go back down, this trade. I like to look at the 15 minutes sometimes, but you can see it right here, even on the 15 right here, you can see that it's been like stalling out around this little area right here. From here to here, it's been stalling out. So if we stayed in, we definitely would have hit our stuff that we wanted. Why do we even get in this trade is because the bot called it out for the 4 hours, right? It's still in the sweet spot right now. The bot's still saying, so this might be something that's locked in. It kind of went down and it was telling you, keeps on telling us right here and then the Telegram sent it out. So it was a great, great trade. I wish we could even got in like earlier when it hit, the first time when it did right here. I don't even know when this was first called out. Let me look and see. I wonder what bottom of my stuff is. But we know that everybody would have won that trade as long as you're set up for the 5%, and as long as you're didn't have too many lots. Now, let's say I would have had 60 lots on that trade right there, or 70 lots, I would have lost because it did go down first. It went down and we were losing like 3,000 at first, right? So 3,000, and my stop loss was set at 10,000 loss. So if I would have had way too many lots, it wouldn't have carried on the right way right there. But what we see now is just going up like a rocket. So it might have broke through this resistance, and this might be something that we can still take up if once it bounces back down, because it's higher than any resistance, in the last day. It busted through. So it still just looks like this trade right here looks like it's going down to me. We came out of it, went up really high. It came out of this consolidation. This looks like consolidation. Why? Because it's in the middle of the Bollinger Band. So consolidation is usually going to be right here, right in this blue line in the middle. And we see that right here, it's riding it. It's a little bit up right here, but it's not, doing something like this. And then where do we think the trade's going to go? After it's in consolidation, it's going to go back, 70% of the time back to what it was before. So it was an uptrend, consolidation, and it went into an uptrend. But this news right here, this is really bad news. Like this candle right here is really a huge, and I want to measure this candle because this candle is 1,100 pips long. And from here to here is what? Not even 1,100. So the last three candles, even though they look huge, didn't even amount to this one candle. And I still feel like this is going to be falling back down. And maybe it had to hit the Bollinger Band to come back down. But look, if you would have took this trade right here, right? It moved so fast, and when it hit down here, it called it out, and then it moved back up. We could have had big money right here. I know that's earlier than what we're doing. And then we could have had big money again right here at 545, took this trade up, right? But we took the trade like right around here. On this candle, we took it like right here. It bounced down a little bit. you know, and then this thing just rocket shit. But I still don't like this trade for like the whole day. I don't think it's just going straight up like this. So let me look. And this is one of the top 6 news things, the non-farm employment change. So estimated change in the number of employees people are employed people during the previous month, excluding the farming industry and government. So estimated change in the number of employed people. Wow. So greater than forecast is good for our currency. Do you gonna know how bad this is? I mean, these people, this is their job. Their job is to take the data and predict what's going to happen in the next month. And so they predicted it was at 60,000, right? And then they're saying it's going to be at 111. Somebody's going to get fired for this. They're saying it's going to be 111 employed. There's going to be 111 people employed, but there's only 37. And that's like such horrible, horrible news. Wow. Let's see if anything else is coming up. We got the ISM. That's going to be at 7. That's going to be really big too. So maybe it's building up for this right here. Level of diffusion index based on surveyed purchasing managers, excluding the manufacturing industry. So purchasing, that's people going out there in the market and buying for, wow. And this might make it fall so quick. Back down. Maybe it's just trying to get to that point right there. But all right. So we took one trade and it was, we made, what did we make? We made like, that's 4%. So we made 4%.
Right.
I kind of want to take another trade too. Let's
Hey,
see.
Lonnie, the heat
Let me,
maps for the funds look pretty good, like for the US 30 and NOS and everything.
yeah. Yeah, but there's this, man, it's like almost news trading right now on this because this is just a wild event. I'm trying to think why would they miss shoot that so bad? I've almost never seen something that bad a missed shot. Kind of makes you feel kind of weird about even trading right now. It just I just feel real like I just have a weird feeling about trading because
Well,
that's just, like the person's
remember,
off so much. It's kind of crazy. I'd rather
yeah.
not even trade like the indices. I'd rather trade like gold or something right now. It just that threw me off to be that much off of what the game is. And then these candles are moving so quick that let's say we get in to go up and it's outside the Bollinger Band. Like I would not take a trade up right now where it's at. Like, and then I don't want to take a trade down because there's so much momentum going. Let me look. There's so much momentum going up right now. You see the MACD, you see everything is pushing up. It's just too high. Let's see if the US 30 hit. Yeah. Like, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is what I was scared of. Like, US 30 came up here and dropped down so fast, right? And the Nas, yeah, the better trade would be thinking the Nas is coming down right now. Yeah, it's really like what they call wonky or something. That word, it just really like it's really weird right now. Like I don't even know why it went up that high. It's like, was that manipulation? Was that to clear out the liquidation? Now I'm talking like a scientist, but what I mean is like, did it go up this high because everybody expected when the market opened it was going down because of the bad news. So what the banks did is they put in all this money real quick, and then they jumped out. They didn't want to jump out right here because there wasn't enough liquidity for them to take home everybody's money. They had to like jump out way up here because everybody's stop loss, if they were trading to go down, would have went off right here. And everybody doesn't have the bot to tell them that it was going to go up like that, you know? So it's just a really weird situation. It almost looks like manipulation to me. It means that the big guys pushed it to go up here, right? And the big guys aren't going to be stopped out. If it goes up here and they're going down for like a day trade, they're not going to be popped out right here. But a little trader trading on the opening bell to go down, you know, if it goes up here, they're stopped out. And everybody that's stopped out is where the market gets its money to pay the big whales and stuff. So we always want to be on the side of the whales going the same way as them, because we're like the, you know, one trader used to say we're like the plankton or something, or like, what is that called? The stuff that's on whales. Like we're just taking a ride with the whales. Like we don't want to be a fish swimming with the whale, right? Because he'll just eat us up. They just suck in all that. The whale opens their mouth and all that stuff goes in, and they, you know, they're not even chewing. The whales that I'm talking about, the big, huge ones, right? So it's like whatever's on the whale, like riding on the whale, that thing that they scrape off sometimes or whatever. That's who we are as traders, because the big whales are like all the banks moving together, all the big people moving together in the same direction. So we want to not get ate up by the big whale, because that's what they're doing. Like some situation like here, they got all the liquidity. Everybody lost their trades up here somewhere. Probably, you know, if you were trading this to go down, right? You get in, this is where it opened at. You trading it to go down. It went down a little bit. Nobody got out from it going down. We had it going up because we had the strategy. But if you think about it, probably right here or right here is where everybody put their stop loss. Somewhere around this little area right here is where people put a stop loss. And they say, I don't want to lose this much. So it drove it up here to get everybody's liquidity. Everybody lost. Now the big guys could take their money when it starts going down huge, you know. And then right here, what they do is the big guys put in that trade, like they were trading it to go up. They took all that money for it going up right there, and then what they do is they reverse and then trade it to go down right here, and it starts going down really quick. So that's what I think kind of happened right here. It is still going back up again. I don't think this is going to keep on going up. I don't have any rationale to why this would keep on going up, unless this news event right here is going to be really, really good, because they predicted it pretty close to be what it was last month. So if this thing is like super great, then it might be a good thing. But I kind of doubt that. Oh, so did everybody get our new, and I think that, where is it at? Let's see here. Okay, here it is right here. So everybody, I want to send this to you guys. I thought I did yesterday. That's so weird.
You did.
Oh, I sent it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does anybody else need this right here? Nobody? All right. I'll just put it in the chat for anybody that didn't grab it yesterday. You guys can grab it right now. Oh, that is it. I thought it sent me like a phone number or something. Yeah, I want to get the full 8% today, but it just, you know, I don't believe in that. That's just look like a hard situation. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see. What did we make today? 8,040. Did everybody take that trade? And well, maybe, you guys might start taking a trade next week because you don't know how to do it yet. So you're just learning right now. So don't worry about it. If you missed that one, don't think it was like something that we had to have. All right. So 5% would have been 10,000. So we won 4% today. We wanted to win what? We wanted to win 8%. So we won 4.02%. I kind of want to take another trade, actually. I still want to take another trade, but the market is just so weird. And I feel like I would be taking the indices down. I would take them down. We could take a more conservative trade by trading the Forex. See, the USD market is just, it's horrible right now. Looks like it's losing everywhere. Let me see. What time is it? It's 6:50. That other news event is going to come out. See, USD JPY. Even here on the Forex, it says USD has, even this is thrown off because it says that USD is the weakest one everywhere. But the other ones aren't that strong either, though. That's what's going on here. But as you see, it's like consolidated right here. That's Euro USD. USD JPY doesn't know what it wants to do. Here goes the Nas, like we thought it was going to come back down and pull all that liquidity and take everybody's stuff that doesn't understand what's going on right now. Here we go. Exactly what I was just telling you guys. And somebody might say, well, why didn't we take the trade? Because we just took the trade up. And we don't want to be two-way traders because if you start thinking like that, you're going to take it all the way up. You're going to start taking it down. And I used to, teach that there is a way to trade like that's called scalping. But those trades could turn on a dime on you. Like if I had like just an hour to trade all day and I had to, just make a trade in hours between this time, then I would take this trade going down when I was on the call. But because we got the robot and we only want the best trades, like I don't need to take it going back down like that because it's a dangerous trade. We could have took the trade going down. Like I got out right here. We could have got back in, took the trade going down, and look what happened. It kept on going up. We would have ended up hitting our stop loss for sure. That's why trading, scalping isn't really good when we got a strategy the way we got. It's not even good to do that. Our strategy is too good, and it only gives us the best trades. So if we stick with that, we're doing better than if we just kind of wanted to go up, wanted to go down, and like don't know what we really want to do. That's what I call it. Let me see the Telegram though. Let's look at Telegram. Let's see what's going on here. We got US 30 at 633 to buy, went up. We had a Nas to buy right here for the 4 hours. That was great. We had a buy for Nas right here at 555. So all these SPX went up. So just look at what we got, right? Look at what we got here. This is a news event right here. Okay, 515. Let's see what happened at 515. And I wonder why the bottom of my screen is not working. So 515, we got this to go up. Did it go up? Big time it went up. We won that one. Then we had this right here. This is another one, the 545 buy Nas right here. Okay, that went up. Then we had a buy for SPX. I don't know how much time that was. Was it this one? Let's see when that buy for SPX came out. Right here, buy for SPX. That was an hour trade right here. Right? So let's look. Did that one win? So on an hour, where the buy down here, it went straight up. So we won that trade. Okay. Then it said US 30. There was a trade to buy. And what time was that in? US 30 to buy. Let's see. US 30 to buy at 633. We're avoiding Bitcoin. Don't worry about Bitcoin. We won this trade too, the 620 for a Nas. So just looking at this at 515, this is a win. Okay. Let's put a heart there. This one right here, we just looked over this one. This one was a win. Okay. This right here, Nas 100 was a win. Okay. Bitcoin, we're not even doing Bitcoin on the weekday, so I'm not going to care if it won or not. I'm not even going to look. But we can see that it won because it went from 105 and then it went to 184. So it went up. Since this time right here to 20 minutes later, it went up. So, but we're not even gonna talk about that. Okay. Then we got this Nas. We seen this one right here, right? This is the one that we actually took to win the 5% thing. And I could have won 8%, but I got out I got out soon. 4%. I got 4%, but I could have got 8, but I got out quick. Okay, then we got this US 30 right here at 633. 633. Let's see here. And now this thing is racing down. So 630 is when this candle started right here and it went straight up here. This is the US 30 trade. It started right here and it went way up here. So that one. So why would we trade going both ways? Can anybody explain that to me? Why I would trade going both ways? When we're looking at our trade system right here, and since 515, a win. Why would we trade going both ways? We don't need to at this academy. Because we have a strategy that won 5 out of 5 trades since it took it at 515 to 633. The 5 trades that it told us to take all won. So why we don't need to go both ways. Don't go both ways, you guys, please. That's the whole reason why we have our system set up. And this is a long-term system that's really going to get us some great pay. So I think that 4% is good for today. I'm not mad at 4%. And, let me tell you, if you wait every time to get 8%, and you're not going to stop trading until you get 8%, and you just trade all day till you get 8%, I wouldn't do it. Just to be honest with you. 4% looks mighty good to me. Now, if you had an account like this one at $200,000, right? We made $8,000 in how long? Can anybody tell me this on the call? Because we're all on the call together. How long was I in that trade for? Does anybody know?
5%, 5 minutes.
Yeah, about 5 minutes. Yep. We could look up here too. Let's see. And why is it not? I want to look at the last trade. Should be right here in my trading journal. Yeah, I think too. I think 5, maybe 10 minutes at the most. Maybe 10 minutes. Somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes. Okay. Can anybody imagine making that amount of money? Then I could tell you, has anybody made $8,000 in 5 to 10 minutes? Now, as a real estate person, I have signed a deal that made that amount of money. But guess what? There was a lot of before work and a lot of after work that I had to do to really do that check that it took me to sign in 5 minutes in the office, right? But like, I'm trying to think, is there anything I ever did? Maybe I signed a contract, but to sign a contract for like my valet company, and if they gave me, $8,000 up front to start the valet company at their location, when I owned a valet company, it would be like I had to talk to the owner a couple of times to get him to allow us to be valet at his place, because we only did like high end. Even if we did like a party for a rock star in Atlanta with my valet company and they gave us $8,000, it was like I had to talk to him. I had to tell him what we're going to do. I have really never made $8,000 from anything in 5 minutes without doing some back stuff and some front stuff. But all we really did is just take a trade that the bot told us to take in, and we won. Now, who would have waited for it to go up to 16,000? Go ahead and tell me if you would have waited for it to go up to 8%.
Me?
Yeah. Then tell me why.
Because it's a 4-hour trade. So when I look at the 4-hour trades, I'm not even thinking about getting in and out within 15 minutes. I try to like set the trade, stop loss and take profit, and then not look at it for a couple hours and then come back to it. Um, I know the
That's why
opening market
I
is
love
probably
you, brother. You're so right. And that's exactly, you're so right, because we're in a 4-hour trade. And I was supposed to be in that trade for like 4 hours to 12 hours. And so what you just said is exactly right. You know, but you knew about the 4-hour trade, right? But let's say we took the 5-minute trade or something. If it was something like a real low time, but you would have stayed in anyways, because if it was a 15-minute trade, we weren't in it for 15 to 45 minutes. So your logic is pure 100% going by the book, brother. And you would have won. You would have closed out with $16,000 right there. And you're a machine. You wouldn't have,
right.
you
But the
controlled your
opening
emotions and you did
opening
it.
bell is different though, right? Because like the opening bell, that's when it moves a lot, and that's why even if the bot calls out a 4-hour trade, you can only be in it for a few minutes because that's when all the movement's going to happen. Then it's just going to consolidate the rest of the day.
Yeah, but your logic is still is pure, man, because you would have did the right thing in this case. We would have the right thing is, what did the market do? The market kept on going up. We would have closed out up here. I closed out right here. Obviously, it went up double what this is to here. And so it would have closed us out up here. It was like the perfect trade to close out at 8%. And, you know, I didn't do that. Look what just happened, though. Look how far this candle went down. Remember, I was telling you guys, I was like, this thing looks like it's going down. This thing is all over the place. Look at the Nas. Look how far it, like, we got in this trade like right around here. And if we would have just stayed in this trade, never closed out, we would be losing right now. Isn't that crazy? So it probably went up 10% or 12% according to our lot sizes and everything. And now it's like down where we could have been losing. I mean, can you imagine not getting out of this trade and just feeling bad right now? But now everybody's thinking like, you just told us it was going down. It looked like it was going down. So why didn't we take it going down? Because we're a one-way trader. We could have won money right here, but it is better just to not take this trade over the long run because we just take the trades from the bot. But isn't that funny how I was just saying it was going to go down? But you're right. You're totally right. It would have closed out at the right spot. Everything would have been good. But this is just a really news-related kind of decline, incline, kill your liquidity. It looks like the big guys are manipulating this right here. This is just looks like kind of like manipulation to me. So US 30 is going straight up from down here. I mean, it went down so far, but US 30 is going up. The Nas is going down. SPX doesn't know what it wants to do. There's a lot going on this trading day today. So you would have won that. That was beautiful. Who needs help getting set up on that $500 account, $100 account, $1,000 account? Who needs help getting set up on that so you guys can start trading? We're going to go back on tomorrow and we're going to talk about it. We've been starting a little bit late because we're not so looking around for the market, right? On a regular day, we need like 30 minutes to look at around the market or 20 minutes. On a day like we're trading right here, we're just trying to get into a trade and like 10 minutes later, the open market happens and try to get our 5 to 8%. But then we're going to go back to our regular schedule next week. But I think we did hugely good today with this 4%. Now, did the 4% mess us up on this right here for our 22-day stuff? Let's go over what this will get us in 22 days. In 22 days, it'll get us $1 million if we average the 8% every day. So we're a little bit down on our percentages. And it's okay. No problemo. Tomorrow, if we hit 4%, are we mad if we hit 4% tomorrow? No, we're still not. We're still pushing up. Sometimes we'll do some more trades throughout the day, right? I might get into another trade later on today. I might get into another trade, and I'm gonna text it out to the group if I get in a trade. You know, because I want you guys to be able to track it. But I can still, I mean, am I done for the day? No, I don't have to be, right? So can I still make my other 4%?
Yes.
I sure can. I sure can. I got time to do that. This isn't something to where we gotta race and everything. Look at the gold. Gold just went up like quick. Wow. That was crazy. It's based off of the news. Yeah, the other news event happened. So the other news event happened and shot gold up. So let's see what happened on this news. Is it bad news for us? Right here. For some reason we got to refresh it to see.
Gold is going really up.
Yeah, bad news again. So we got two bad news things in our economy that were predicted the wrong way. And that's what shot gold up so quick. Yeah, that's what shot Nas down so quick. Let's see where US 30. US 30 is trying to go back down also. I'm gonna wait for another telegram to come out. Maybe I'm gonna avoid this right now till maybe 1 o'clock my time, or maybe 2 o'clock my time. I'll probably take another trade. I'm gonna let the news settle down, and this market is, I mean, if you turn on the TV and watch like some kind of market watch or financial people predicting stocks and stuff, you're gonna hear all kind of chaos going on from today. They're gonna say, "Oh, it went up, it went down so quick, and everything's moving." You know, they'll start talking all fast on a day like this. Let's see what Apple did. Apple went straight up. We would have probably had that if we were looking at that. Amazon down. Vita down. Wow. Walmart in the middle. All right. My phone just did some notification. That means that the bot took a trade probably. Or was it the bot? Maybe that was a notification of something else. Nope. All right. The bot did not take another trade yet.
Hey Lonnie, I got a question on the liquid chart. Do you
Uh,
for the $500 account, do you do the no commission or the ECN?
I always do ECN. You know,
Okay,
my sister told me that she got it for the no
no
uh
commission.
commission. Yeah. I never did the no commission. I don't know if I would be paying out more doing the no commission or
Well, it
without.
says the typical spread is 1.2 pips. So you pay for it in the spread versus commission.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm already down. Like you see, I got into that trade, I was down $700. So I don't need a big account to be down in the spread because it's just closer to my stop loss. That's how I look
Yeah.
at it.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're supposed to be set on ECN?
Yeah, it's always ECN. And never
Okay.
set it on the Islamic one. That means you can't compound the money. I don't understand that. I don't even know how you could trade doing that, but I guess you have to take out the money every time you win. I don't know. But ECN is the one that I always trade on because you want to get used to that when you have a big account because we just won 8,000. I think our fee for something like that would have been like maybe we would have paid like 200 or something dollars to make 8,000. But if we would have gotten the spread and it was crazy, it could have eventually made us lose a lot of money. Because think about it, we were on the regular way, the ECN, and we started out that trade $700 down. That's a lot to already. I don't even know what the spread would take you to. It might have took us down like $2,000 to start out. Now you barely have kind of room. You're basically down like you could have been down 1% in that trade already just starting out. That's huge to be down a whole percent. But yep, try it out. Some people are trying out the no commission. Some people are gonna tell us, I'm gonna monitor that and we'll find out about that. Uh, I think it's $7 for one lot size on a trade. If you're trading one lot, you're trying to make like at least 100, $300 off of one lot trade. So like I said, like what I just took right now would have been on a $500 account, you would have took a 0.07 trade lot size. 0.07 would have been you trading the same lot sizes that I just traded. And it would have happened the same way. You would have made 4% today off of what we traded. If you would have took the same trade, Nas 100, and you did 0.07, it was the same as me trading the high lot sizes that I did. If we divided it down to, the difference. So some people are way too high. Like if you're on $500, I don't even know if you could do one lot size trade. It might not even let you do that. But you know, you shouldn't even be at zero point 0.1. You should be at 0.07, 0.08 or something. All right, you guys, we'll be back on. If I take a trade on this account, I will tell you guys in the back office, and I'll tell you guys the results. And let's push forward and try to get that 8%. But right now, you guys are just learning how to do it. Don't rush yourself. Some of you guys know how to do it already. You guys are already in and winning. So that's beautiful. Some of us are just learning on, how to do the percentage on there, how to make sure we're set up the right way, what trades to take. But if you would have, once again, I'm going to go back on the Telegram and tell you why we're not going both ways. Is because we got a system that 5 trades in a row won. All right, you guys, God bless you guys. Have a great day. See you guys tomorrow.
You too, honey.
Thank you.